which are oversight of the email scandal, which just morphed because the same cast of characters exonerated Hillary Clinton and basically sabotaged the Trump administration. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to give the American people the truth, and as this Susan Rice email shows, we have way overclassified things. There's information the American people should have learned about 3 years ago. Where's Christopher Wray in all this? He should have gone into the FBI. He should clean house. He should make all this available, but he hasn't done that. We need to restore the integrity and credibility to these agencies, and this is not the way to do it. By people that start covered up for over 3 years.
Dad, I need $40.
This is not transparency.
I told him you gave it to him. I didn't know.
No, what? See?
No, you lied.
Dad,
You lied.
$40 for those shirts.
What shirts? They going right back in your room. I don't pay for that. They probably don't even fit me. They look big.
They're big on me.
They're huge, dude.
That's all.
It says extra large, but they're
Look, you can have all your clothes back. Like I'm on.
they're like super huge.
This is like $60.
Support Judge Sullivan into tossing the criminal charges
Online?
directed to him by Attorney General Bill Barr and the Department of Justice. And Starr joins me on that next, and why we take General Clinton's apology for the quote years of terrible injustice he has experienced in the hands of the FBI.
And we had the Bucks.
Yeah, I gotta do mine.
So useless. Right, honey?
Well, that was horrible.
Here.
All of a sudden, home is office and school. Home is playground, gym, and home. And CVS is home. With free home and delivery, telehealth from MS, and free support for caregivers. We're doing all we can to help you stay well as you stated, because now more than ever, home is where the heart is. CVS Health.
With Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of cash. Armor All, minimum effort, maximum protection.
I had a heart problem. I was told to begin on aspirin. I just didn't listen until I almost lost my life. My doctors again wanted me to take aspirin, and I did. Listen to the doctor. Take it seriously.
Your house is your future. Protect it from unexpected expenses. Leaf Filter prevents damage to your home and keeps loved ones safe. At this challenging time, your safety is our priority. You're at home and see things that need work, but gutter cleaning is dangerous. With Leaf Filter, you don't have to climb a ladder to clean your gutters. Our process is safe and outdoors. Protect your home and your future. Visit us online at getleaffilter.com.
In this world where people are staying at home, many of life's moments are being put on hold. At Carvana, we understand that for some, getting a car...
I don't need to put on pants, but I feel the need to I'm gonna be on a camera that I need to at least wear more than just pajamas. I'm not changing anything else, but just putting on
One of
pants.
those pants has a hole, right in the groin area.
There's probably this one that has rips all over.
Shop now and get up to 90 days to make your first payment. Check out Carvana.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
Safer way to buy a car.
I know. They're pretty tight, Chris.
They're skinny jeans.
Yeah.
And we've been in quarantine. They're not even that tight.
No?
They don't feel tight.
You're so extra. Nobody's gonna see you in the bottom.
Nope. But
Sign up for Mosquito Service today. You will donate $25 to the American Red Cross.
I'm staying safe with my family, working hard.
We are grateful and proud of our purpose.
Serving 20,000 families each month as they navigate through the normal.
Now more than ever, home is your name. Home is our
Craig Morgan kicks off Memorial Day weekend live only on Fox Nation. Debuting songs from his latest album, an emotional, all-new Friday Night Live.
In a crisis, choices matter. There's Jeff Van Drew
Then Drew voted for amnesty and against President Trump's border wall. He voted for gun control.
Cut me down.
That's too loud. Republicans have a better choice. Conservative Bob Patterson votes for President Trump. Bob is pro-border wall, pro-gun, and pro-life.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away. They say
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This is Mr. J with Millville Public Schools, and you are here for Trivia Tuesday on our musical edition. So we are just here right now. I will post the code in like 5-ish minutes, but this is just for us to kind of get together and recap. We had sports theme last week, and so we went through. Let me lower this just a little bit. Last week we went through sports, and so we had a bunch of sports. We had lacrosse, crew, triathlons. We had a bunch of things. And then on Thursday we had our Are You Smarter Than a Sixth Grader? And today we are doing musical theater trivia. So in this Kahoot today, we have a bunch of different musicals, different themes, different kinds of questions. Some are who wrote this, some are what musical it has this, what's the plot of this musical, is there even a plot to this musical? I'm excited. Musical theater is something that's near and dear to my heart, so I feel like it's a good switch up too. You know, you got sports one week and musical theater the next. So while we're waiting, we're just going to chill a little bit and wait for the masses to come join us. You're probably going to hear my Facebook notifications go off a little bit, but I apologize for that. It's just the name of the game. If you have a request while we are playing, because I think I'm going to be DJing, hopefully the YouTube gods don't. Actually, we're going to let the YouTube police, I feel like, are going to get me really quick. I'm just going to play the regular Kahoot music, because I remember last week the YouTube police were out to get me. So we're going to just get this loaded for now. But remember, we have 13 minutes before we go, so we're going to do a little jungle theme. Welcome, Miss Jenna. I honestly forgot that I was wearing contacts today, so I was like, Jeb Webb is here with us today. Awesome. Leah's mom, Els, welcome. We have a bunch of musicals on this trivia today, so Kahoot music does slap. We are I'm just checking. So we are waiting here for the people. Riley, Craig, Bastion, welcome. Nice to have you. In the comments, let me know your favorite musical, or if you just were watching something on Netflix. If you're excited for Hamilton to be coming to Disney Plus, let me know. I know I am excited. It'll be very cool to see the original cast on like a digital media. I've just been looking at different scores and different musicals today. Since it was trivia today, I specifically just went back in and started listening to the big hits from all these other musicals. I listened to some Rent, some Mamma Mia, some Book of Mormon, some Next to Normal, I skipped over some Phantom, Don't Kill Me. I did a bunch. It was a lot of fun. Just like, going back on musical theater history. But let me know. Here, let me post that. Here, let me post that. Whew. Here, let me post that. Whew. Let me post that. Whew. Let me post that. That's why. I was like getting this bad loop. Sorry, y'all. Whew. I was confused. Welcome to everyone who just joined RLT at PTA and Rob D. Thank you for coming back. Biggie and Biggie's wife are here. Let's see if they stay at the top of the leaderboard this week. Unicorn Queen, thank you for joining us. I put in the comments, let me know your favorite musical, or if there's anything specific you know. I would love to hear about it. We're going to be starting in 9 minutes, so this is your time to chat with each other, say different lines from your favorite things. Let me do some. Zuad is here. Zuad? Duaz? I don't know if I was supposed to read it backwards. Welcome. Bye Bye Birdie. Bye Bye Birdie is such a good one. I remember I had done a production of Bye Bye Birdie, and I had a wonderful director who sadly is no longer with us, Mr. Malamed. He did the musicals in Sunset Boulevard. I actually saw. But let me go Bye Bye Birdie. Let me just start in order. Bye Bye Birdie will always hold a dear place in my heart. Sunset Boulevard, actually, I didn't know about it until one of my friends took me up to see it. And first off, what a gorgeous piece. And what's her name? I saw it when it was revived for that like short time, and so I saw it with the original lady who played the main character. Les Mis is a classic. Beetlejuice. And I did tear up. I almost cried. I didn't really cry, but I almost got there at Sunset Boulevard. Glenn Close, yeah, that's her name, Glenn Close, when she came and did the revival, which was in my, since I had never seen the show, it took me a second, because I was like, this woman, I don't know if it's supposed to be that old, but Glenn Close was phenomenal, and I truly got over that literally 5 minutes until her walking on stage. It was breathtaking. I haven't seen Beetlejuice yet, but I do love the music, and I got to do a workshop with Rob McClure, who's in Beetlejuice, and that was phenomenal. I literally had maybe 8 minutes of one-on-one time, but even in those 8 minutes, it was crazy. Les Mis. I remember I took my mom to see Les Mis when it came out in theaters. That was with Anne Hathaway and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. And she was like, do they sing the entire movie? And they do. Welcome, Laura DeSantis, Emily, Megatron, Carnivores, that's a funny one. Rocky the Musical. If that's my favorite musical is Spider-Man Lost in the Dark. That I truly is the top tier best musical to ever have been on the stage. I haven't seen the original movie of Sunset Boulevard. Do you recommend it? Let me know. Welcome, Wiggleworm and Shannon. I think I forgot. I didn't even put a question about it. I loved Matilda. I forgot about Matilda because it's not running anywhere, or at least it might be on tour, I don't know. But that was a good one. What else? I really want to see. Well, I'm sad. Like, there was an encore preview or like an encore performance of Songs for a New World, so you can check out the album of it on like Spotify, iTunes, and that just has like some fantastic vocal performances from Shoshana Bean, Michael Kilgore, Wicked. I was literally listening to like Defying Gravity maybe 20 minutes before coming on here. Even though that's like the overplayed, it's still got a place in my heart. What else? I'm trying to think of. There's also all the Disney musicals, so The Lion King, Aladdin. I'm very excited for Hercules. I'm excited to see who they cast for the muses. I'm excited to see who they cast for Hades. There's just so many good. It's such a good musical with such great characters. I'm just excited to see like where everything goes. What else? Oh, I said Disney. So there's Lion King, Aladdin, Hercules. There was The Little Mermaid, but like now that's predominantly Junior. I am sad that that trip got canceled and you guys missed out. But I mean, Wicked will be around for a long time, and people will do Wicked everywhere. So I'm pretty sure that if there was a missed opportunity this year, that there might be another like opportunity going forward. The theater's in an interesting space because of quarantine, and so most theaters are trying to figure out how they're going to be moving forward with all these kinds of changes. So it'll be interesting to see how theater scenes across the world, so Philadelphia, New York, DC, Chicago, West End, how everyone really comes together, and we see, because I know New York is probably closed until like the year, so seeing how things will reboot in 2021, and I think from now until then we'll have like these remote viewings and these like cast, like I want to say sing-alongs, but that's not the idea. That's not what I was trying to say. But we shall see. Alright, just making sure. So we will start in a couple of minutes. We have 3 more minutes, so just make sure that your name is on the screen. Don't want to lose anybody. I know I don't see a few of your names, but I know that you're here. So if you don't see yourself, welcome Sir Sill and McClintox and Pineapple Power. Refresh your Kahoot just so that way you're in here. I know when you answer the questions, you will most likely pop up, but I don't want anyone to miss out. Very excited to share this curated piece with you guys. I think if I had to say my favorite musical, it would probably be The Last 5 Years. Adele Dazeem is with us. Whew, she's undercover. Even though he is not the greatest person, I love Jason Robert Brown's music. And The Last 5 Years, just like, I don't know, I listen to Still Hurting. I listen to every track on that musical, and I like cry a little bit every day. Yeah, Rocky actually is a musical, and it's a terrible one. There's a lot of musicals that people were like, oh, well, everyone loves Rocky, let's make it a musical. They did that with Spider-Man, trash. King Kong, trash. Rocky, trash. I'm sorry if any of you guys love those musicals. I just said they're trash, but the reviews speak for themselves. What other musical was like, people were like, I have a gripe, but not really a gripe, with jukebox musicals. I think they're great, and I think when done well, they're phenomenal, but I'm also ready for some new content. I'm tired of like, I just want some new stuff. I want some new musicals. Jukebox musicals have like run the last 10 years, and so like, let's make some new space. Let's let this new time that we're entering be like a time of creativity where we push new ideas and we try new things. That way we don't have the Rockies and the Kongs and the Spider-Mans and the Dark. Hairspray. Oh, I love Hairspray. The last song I listened to before coming on here was You Can't Stop the Beat, so I was just at the end of it. But also, before we get started, because we have one more minute, I do want to say is support your local theaters. They're doing events digitally all the time. If you're in Millville, there's the Lavoie. If you're in Vineland, there's the Cumberland Players, and there is the Landis Theater, OBSP. There's a bunch of local avenues in South Jersey, in the area that we are in specifically, to like do theater and support the arts. Support your local schools and their productions, because in this upcoming time we're in, it's going to be a little bit tough. But I am off my soapbox, and now we are going to get started for on Musical Theater Kahoot. 3, 2, 1. All right. For the first question, who wrote Phantom of the Opera? And I promise you they won't all be who wrote this, who wrote that. There'll be a few of them. But for Phantom, was it Stephen Schwartz, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Richard Rogers, or Andrew Lloyd Webber? Stephen Schwartz, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Andrew Lloyd Webber, or Richard Rogers? Jesus Christ Superstar, I haven't seen it. I've listened to the music, but I really do want to. I also haven't seen Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, ironically another Bible-based musical, but I would like to see it. And the answer for this one is Andrew Lloyd Webber. Let's see who got the answer first and is at the top of the leaderboard. Miss Andrews, then Kat, then Portick, and then Biggie and Biggie's wife. I'm convinced Biggie and Biggie's wife know everything. How did Hamilton write? The lyric is, writes day and night like he's like a sloth, like a lightning bolt, like he was running out of time, or like a hurricane. Writes day and night like he's ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ooh, I might have given it to you just then. What if it's in that meter? I don't know. Who knows? Like a sloth, like a lightning bolt, like he was running out of time, or like a hurricane. Finish the lyric, so to speak. Or if he writes day and night like he was running out of time. Deb Webb is the highest climber, Portick in first, Adele Dazeem in third, Leah in fourth, and Mrs. Goose in fifth. Kat is in second, but she stayed there. Which song is not in Heathers the Musical? Beautiful, Dead Girl Walking, Freeze Your Brain, or Young Love? Which song is not in Heathers the Musical? Beautiful, Dead Girl Walking, Freeze Your Brain, or Young Love? Put in your answers now. Out of these here, I have to say Dead Girl Walking is my favorite one from the musical. The one that's not in here is Young Love. The kids do love Heathers. Portick in first, Kat in second, Lee in third, Miss Goose in fourth, and Megatron in fifth. RLT at PTA just hit answer streak 3. And now we're moving on to question number 4. In which decade did Godspell originally open on Broadway? Originally. Keyword, the 90s, the 2000s, the 70s, or the 20s? In which decade did Godspell open on Broadway? This is one of those shows where the revival saved the musical for me. Because the original, some of the tracks I'm like, but the revival I'm like, Day by Day. It opened in the 70s. Mrs. Goose in second, Kat in third, Biggie's wife in fourth, and Fob in fifth. Question number 5. The musical Next to Normal highlights a mother's struggle with asthma, heart conditions, mental illness, or diabetes. Asthma, heart condition, mental illness, or diabetes. Next to Normal was my favorite musical for a long time. I love Next to Normal. Superboy and the Invisible Girl, a banger, will always be a banger. But Diana struggles with mental illness in Next to Normal. Fob in fourth, Megatron in fifth, Saw it front row 3 times. Ugh, I am so jealous. I am jealous of both of you guys. Catherine and Alicia. What were the names of each god in Once on This Island? Asaka, Agwe, Erzuli, Mamagay. Alaska, Agi, Erzuli, Bones. Shaka, Agua, Arizona, Papagay. Asaka, Agwe, Erzuli, Papagay. Pick the grouping of 4 gods that are correct in Once on This Island. Another show I wish I had seen, and I had not the opportunity. I was close. I almost bought a ticket and saw it, but I went and did something else instead. So I missed out on the revival. But it is the Asaka Agwe Erzuli Papagay. The music is phenomenal. I recommend it. The revival on your local music, Spotify, Apple Music. Portic in first, Cat in second, Biggie's wife in third, Megatron in fourth, and Mrs. Goose in fifth. 7 players reach answer streak 3. Question number 7. The role of the witch in Into the Woods was originally played by Elaine Page, Sarah Brightman, Bernadette Peters, or Patti LuPone. The role of the witch in Into the Woods was originally played by Elaine Page, Sarah Brightman, Bernadette Peters, or Patti LuPone. One of these, can you imagine them playing the witch? It would be really different, but very interesting. Right? Interesting photo choice. Imagine Patti LuPone as the witch, y'all. Like, if you know Into the Woods, and you know Patti LuPone, imagine her as the witch, back in her prime. The leaderboard is around the same. I know I gave some to you. Who does Evan Hansen like in the musical Dear Evan Hansen? Zoe Murphy? No one. Jenna? Connor Murphy? Who does Evan like? Zoe Murphy? No one. Jenna? Or Connor Murphy? Really? That's awesome. So, who does Evan Hansen like? I just had a revelation about Dear Evan Hansen today that I told to my friend, and she really judged me for it. But the answer is Zoe Murphy. For those of you who put Connor Murphy, you have my heart because I agree, but canonically, for being honest to the show, it's Zoe Murphy. Megatron in first, Miss Andrews in fifth. Everyone moved down. What is the opening song to Newsies, the song right after the overture? So, is it Watch What Happens? Is it Santa Fe? Is it Santa Fe Reprise? Or is it Seize the Day? Which one of these is the opening song to Newsies, the Broadway musical? I forget that Newsies is a Disney musical. It never crosses my mind. I think of it as like an independently thing. But the song that is the opening song, so the first song after the overture, is Santa Fe. Crazy, right? I also thought it was Seize the Day when I was looking at this. Mrs. Andrews in second, Biggie's wife in third, Adele Dazeem back in fourth, and Portic in fifth. Fave music. Newsies is a good one. Which character from A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum said, "I live to grovel"? Was it Domina, Erroneous, Hysterium, and Miles Gloriosus? Fair enough if the musical opening is Seize the Day. But in the Broadway show, it's Santa Fe. Or like the Santa Fe prologue. But in Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, which character said, "I live to grovel"? Domina, Erroneous, Hysterium, or Miles Gloriosus? It was Hysterium as the comedic relief character. Adele Dazeem in first place with a answer streak of 7 is killing it. Question number 11. A jukebox musical, this is more about format, uses a jukebox as a prop, uses songs from a certain artist or era, has pre-recorded singers lip-syncing, or has on-stage seating for the audience. A jukebox musical uses a jukebox as a prop, uses songs from a certain artist or era, has pre-recorded singers lip-syncing, or has on-stage seating for the audience. put in your answers now. You got 3 seconds. A jukebox musical. It's all good. Feel free to join in, David, whenever you get a chance. We'll always be here with you for the next 20 minutes. Oh, okay. Shannon is up the highest climber. The leaderboard is the same. Question number 12. Who first played Elphaba and Glinda in the musical Wicked? Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth. I copied this question, so some of these answers are not spelled correct because it's not Indina. Jen Gambatese and Alison Luff. Indina Menzel and Gina Claire Mason, or Hannah Corneo and Kristen Chenoweth. Welcome, Link. Indina Menzel. Indina. We love a good proofread. No, it was Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth. But it's funny because, everyone spelled their name wrong. Leah is now in 4th place with Megatron booted. Moving next, question number 13. In the musical Rent, who protests and goes over the moon? Is it Roger? Is it Mimi? Is it Maureen? Or is it Angel? In the musical Rent, who protests and goes over the moon? Roger, Maureen, Mimi, or Angel? It is spelled Adele Dazeem. Adele Dazeem. Maureen is the one who goes over the moon, and she protests. Over the Moon is the track she sings during the protest. Leah in 3rd, Portik in 4th, Fob in 5th, Megatron in 2nd. What is the name of the hairspray brand in the musical Hairspray? Is it Super Hold, Ultra Hold, Ultra Clutch, or Super Clutch? Super Hold, Ultra Clutch, Ultra Hold, or Super Clutch? Is it Super or Ultra, or is it Clutch or Hold? Which combination? Super Hold, Ultra Clutch, Ultra Hold, or Super Clutch? Super Hold, Super Clutch, Ultra Hold, or Ultra Clutch? What a fabulous way to work the facial muscles, but the answer is Ultra Clutch Hairspray in that last one. See, I choked on it. Yeah, Ultra Clutch Hairspray. You didn't remember, but you got the question right. Adele Dazeem, answer streak of 11. Question number 15. What time period does The Greatest Showman take place in? The early 16th century, the late 18th century, the late 17th century, or the mid-19th century? The early 16th century, the late 18th century, the late 17th century, or the mid-19th century? What time period does The Greatest Showman take place in? It takes place in the mid-19th century. Wow. Adele Dazeem killing it. It is a movie for now. It is a movie musical, so fair enough. I cheated the rules a little bit. It's okay, Link. It's not for everyone, but I'm glad that you're here. In the Book of Mormon, where were the 2 missionaries sent to? Or like the main 2 missionaries? Because in the opening number, they're sent everywhere. They're like, you get this, you get this. But where were the 2 missionaries sent? You have 4 seconds. Oh my god, did I not change the time for this? Orlando, Rwanda, Botswana, Uganda. It was Uganda. Uganda. Ooh, this one was my bad. I put 20 seconds. But for the 11 people who got there, whew. Portik in 5th, Adele Dazeem still in 1st, Leah in 2nd, Megatron in 3rd, and the Kaufman crew in 4th place. Orlando, what is the pill in Be More Chill called? Is it called a squip, the red pill, the chip, or the chill pill? A squip, red pill, the chip, or the chill pill? What is the pill? Loving you guys in the comments. Dope. What is the pill in Be More Chill called? A squip, the red pill, the chew, or the chill pill. It is called a squib. For what reason? Watch the musical and find out. Fob in 5th, Adele Dazeem with 14 in a row. Will, a question breaker. Which natural disaster threatened peace in SpongeBob the Musical? Was it a hurricane, an earthquake, a volcanic eruption, or a tsunami? Chill Pill has a better feel to it, but it's called, like, it's a missed opportunity, really. What natural disaster threatened peace in SpongeBob the Musical? An earthquake, a hurricane, a tsunami, or a volcanic eruption? I love the costumes for this show. But the natural disaster that threatened peace in SpongeBob the Musical was a volcanic eruption. And then Plankton had this evil scheme, and then SpongeBob was like, no, we have to save the town. Mrs. Andrews is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Kaufman Crew in 3rd, Megatron in 4th, Fob in 5th. Question number 19. What is the plot to the musical Cats? Someone stole the catnip. They're competing for their next cat life. There is no plot. The cats are plotting to kill Rum Tum Tugger. What is the plot to the musical Cats? Someone stole the catnip. They're competing for their next cat life. There is no plot, or the cats are plotting to kill Rum Tum Tugger. They're competing, as for you who put there is no plot, fair, but they are competing for their next cat life officially, and that's what the whole opening sequence is about. Ooh, I definitely skipped the leaderboard, I double clicked. But Avenue Q is a spoof of what children's show? The Muppets, Dora the Explorer, My Big Comfy Couch, or all that, this is all that. The Muppets, Dora the Explorer, My Big Comfy Couch, or all that. Which one? Avenue Q is a spoof of which children's show? The Muppets. Avenue Q is basically like a coming-to-age story, post-college, but with puppets. Very adult. Don't take your kids to it. Leaderboard is the same. Sloane's is the highest climber. Which of these movies has not been turned into a Broadway musical? Home Alone, Bring It On, Elf, or Ghost? I guess Broadway musical is a bit vague, just has been turned into a musical in general. Which of these movies has not been turned into a musical? Home Alone, Bring It On, Elf, or Ghost? In one of these musicals, Casey Levy sings like the only good song in it, and it is like iconic. It stays in my playlist all the time. But Home Alone is the movie that has not been turned into a Broadway musical yet, essentially. But Casey Levy sings with You from Ghost, and it is good flavor. Everyone is right in the same. Which Grammy Award winner wrote the music to the musical Waitress? Kelly Clarkson, Adele, Sarah Bareilles, or Christina Aguilera? Which Grammy Award winner wrote the music to the musical Waitress? Kelly Clarkson, Adele, Sarah Bareilles, and Christina Aguilera. Sixpence the musical. Which Grammy Award winner wrote the music? RIP. Sad Mr. Dodge didn't come. But Sarah Bareilles wrote the musical to the music. And he wrote the music to the musical Waitress. Leaderboard is tough. Question number 23. Speaking of pies, which other musical revolved around a meat pie shop? Among other things, you know. Waitress, Sweeney Todd, Songs for a New World, or Meat Pie America? Which other musical revolved around a meat pie shop? Among other things. Waitress, Sweeney Todd, Songs for a New World, or Meat Pie America? Honestly, y'all gotta tell me, but Meat Pie America is a good name for a musical. But it is Sweeney Todd, and Leah is exactly who you think she is. On the podium, we have in third place the Kaufman Crew. In second place, we have Leah. And in first place, with one question, we have Adele Dazeem. In fourth place, we have Megatron. And in fifth place, we have Bob. We're going to go with the feedback just so we can see the scores really quick. But just wanted to say, that's not what we had some difficult questions. Let's see. So congratulations. Here's we'll do the top 15 of the leaderboard. So just wanted to say thank you for coming. Yeah, find out who each other was. You guys did a fantastic job. You all those of you who come every week, I am shook about how well your general vast knowledge of trivia is. Alicia and Leah are meeting each other in the comments. And so, like I said earlier, this is going to be a hard time for the arts to support the theater, support the musicians, support the arts always. Arts education is very important. And come back with us on Thursdays. We do Are You Smarter Than trivia, and on Tuesdays we'll have a next theme. Next week's theme is going to be Billboard 100, so it'll be music themed. We already did Disney. We could do maybe later a Disney recap, but we did Disney already. So next week we'll be doing Billboard 100. So top songs that top the charts. Great job as always to me. Songs that top the charts, songs that will stick to top 10, but you might have a top 11 in there. But as always, thank you guys for joining tonight. Hope you had fun. Tell your friends. And we will see you on Thursday and next Tuesday. Have a good night.